Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the talking points from social media, and we have got tons because we got a stacked NXT this week, but it featured legends and main roster talent. This is probably the biggest talking point. Here's Ethan saying absolutely horrific. This is so graphic, and we are going to actually talk about that because there were some internal concerns because of Rhea and the amount of blood. She got brutally beaten down by Liv and Raquel. We would actually see them here. So it's Bryn again. Shout out to you. Walking away, smiling. Look at that look on Raquel's face. That is awesome. So love that. Yeah, just brutal. There's Raquel's reaction. Raquel online on social media. This was Liv's reaction. Rhea bloody Ripley. So, Miss Clown, thank you. And here's Corey Brennan of Fightful. He said there was some concern internally in NXT about the amount of blood shown during Rhea Ripley's segment in a parking lot, but it was green-lit by a higher power on the brand. I mean, I would imagine that's Sean. I'd imagine Sean, but I don't know who the higher... Perhaps it's Vince. Perhaps Vince has come back and is the higher power once again. But, yeah, really, really brutal, very graphic, but I think it needed it. It made it truly shocking, and I think it needed it. And if we're going to do a show at the ECW Arena next week, then I don't mind them getting a little more graphic this week, next week, maybe the week coming out of it as well, you know? I'm sure there will be plenty of people tuning in to NXT that want to see what it's all about, that maybe used to watch ECW. I'll be shocked if next week's NXT doesn't have blood in it. You can't do an extreme ECW themed show and not go extreme. So, yeah, we've kind of started a week early by the looks of things. So, there we go. That is the big talking points. Liv, Raquel beating up Rhea on NXT. It's probably going to divide opinion, actually, because some people might be of the opinion, no, we shouldn't be doing that here. This isn't the right place for it. Some people might be okay with it. So there was a pitch for a tag match that would involve Lita on the November 6th episode, next week's episode. The pitch was that she would be involved in an 8 to 10 woman tag match. So that happened tonight. Of course, we've got the 10 man or 10 woman tag match that's been set up. Lita is not a part of it. So I don't know that she's going to be on the show. It looks, if she is, it looks like she's going to be a surprise. It would be a shame to not have her on the show, but looks like the original plan they had for her is kind of going on without her. I flipping love this. It's Bryn again, who said, who's this boomer? This is a fan dressed up for Halloween, dressed up as Wendy Choo, and the camera caught the moment Wendy Choo lost the casket match earlier in the show. Look at it. It's so comically, it's like sadness on a comedy level. It's so dramatic. It's so dramatic. So there we go. Ella said, "I'm actually dying." It was amazing. What I love as well, look, is a bit of banter has actually put my face over the top. So a bit of banter. I thought this was so funny. So that is definitely a meme now. That is definitely a meme. I'm going to use this image all the time. Hey, talking of faces, look at this. It's Bryn again, says no comment. Akeelia said the resemblance is uncanny. It is, isn't it? She could be in the next B movie. So there we go. Wren is very similar. I don't know what this character calls. Let's call him Toby. Toby. Oh my God. I didn't even think about him. So funny, even when I don't mean to be funny. Oh my God. This is the best. So there we go. Right, it's Bryn again, said right before she became Rhea Bloody Ripley. So here's Jordynne Grace. Here's Rhea Bloody Ripley. Here's Zaria. I think Jordynne tweeted out, bookmark this. Bookmark this. It is amazing, isn't it? The three powerhouses. The TNA powerhouse, the Raw powerhouse, and the new NXT powerhouse. So quite the image that. If you've not seen Zaria before, you've had quite the introduction to her over the past week or so. It's Bryn again, tagging me in this from Grayson Waller. She's your problem now, NXT. So Rhea and Grayson, full of hype, full of praise for Zaria that has now joined WWE. It's Bryn again, said this should have been a War Games match. We've got the 10-woman tag match. It's an amazing match. This is obviously for next week. We got Zaria, we got Stephanie Vacour, we got Kalani, we got Jordynne Grace, we've got Julia, we got Roxanne, we got Cora, we got JC, we got Fallon, we got Jasmine. It is stacked. It is stacked. So amazing. Yeah, just a little message. Only 18 seconds from Francine. So she has announced she's going to be at NXT. So let's play it.
On Wednesday, November 6th, I am coming home to the place where it all started for me, the ECW Arena. Philly, NXT, get ready because we are going to take you to the extreme.
There we go. The queen of the extreme, Francine, is going to be at NXT. She's got real life issues. I mean, I don't know where their relationship is now with Dawn Marie, who's going to be the guest ref. In fact, I think it's our next graphic. Dawn Marie, the guest ref for the hardcore match between Jaida and Lola. Well, Dawn Marie is an ECW original, and they've got real life heat. So we might need to keep these two women separate. I don't know where their relationship is now, but that could get spicy. That would be really fun, actually, if we had Francine get in there when Dawn Marie was in there and we had, like, a bit of a catfight kicking off. Like, I don't know what to expect next week. So there we go. This Tyler said the Photoshop Dawn Marie referender is making them laugh. So Wrestle Night asking, who is this that was on the phone to Tony? Nunzio is the person it's believed to be. Nunzio, part of Full-Blooded Italians, FBI. They were in ECW. They were in, obviously, WWE as well. And, yeah, he's an ECW original. He is obviously portraying that Italian kind of stereotype as well. So it works well with Tony. Nunzio in the center. Really not someone that we ever talk about that much, if ever. Full-Blooded Italians, not really a team that we ever talk about. But yeah, if we're going back to the ECW days, then it does make perfect sense. And then, yeah, it was just stacked. I mean, this week's NXT was just stacked from start to finish. So we had Bubba with Trick. We had the 10-woman tag match. We had Jordynne Grace. We had Rhea Ripley. We had Rhea Ripley being attacked. We had Rob Van Dam on the show. He's going to be on the show next week. He didn't say what he was doing, but Wes and Javon were fighting. And Rob Van Dam was like, you've given me a great idea for next week. So I don't know if it's a triple threat. I don't know if it's a guest referee. We don't know. But it was stacked. And we had the casket match. So there was Rob Van Dam. There's Where's Waldo. Yeah, he's gonna be maybe a guest ref. It's not what I was hoping for, to be honest. I was hoping he would compete, but maybe he's not at a point where he can compete. So I don't know. Yeah, we had a casket match and it was really fun as well. Tatum competed and she was apparently dressed as Alice in Wonderland. I never would have got that. Or Alice Madness. Don't know. But thank you to Abby for pointing that out, that this is who Tatum was dressed as. And also, of course, we had Willian Regal on the show. He was in the corner of Lexis King. He didn't turn on Lexis King. He gave him some brass knucks, gave him some advice to use them. Lexis didn't want to. Lexis is really trying to turn away from that kind of darker side of things. So this was quite interesting. And as we said, Jordynne Grace returned to NXT, which was great to see. JDS Aviation Adventure, shout out to you. Nick Aldis reacting to the way that he was spoken to. He said rude. So are we teasing a bit of tension between these two as we get closer towards Survivor Series? Might make sense. Vince is working on setting up a post-WWE company. McMahon has been in the process of setting up what has been called a new entertainment hub. So this is quite a big story, but it's also not a big story because apparently he's going to focus on this once he's got through his legal trouble. And that's going to take ages. It's nothing to do with wrestling. It's not a wrestling company. It's not wrestling content. It's nothing to do with wrestling. He's just looking to help produce films, TV shows. I think he's got a lot of money. I think he can invest that money. And I think he can help get projects off the ground. And then when those projects make money, he'll make some of the profit. Or if it loses, then he loses. It's a bit of a gamble, right? But that's the kind of thing that he's looking at. So, but as I said, it's nothing to do with wrestling. And I don't know how close we are to him actually launching something, because it seems like his attention is with all the legal stuff. So Hayden said, I don't know what it actually means, but I think Vince is trying to create his own company. Well, he is trying to create his own company. He's trying to help fund TV shows and films that need financial support, and then he would share in the profits. So it's kind of a big story because it's Vince and he's doing something, but it's also not wrestling related and not that interesting. Like, it's just him giving money, really, to try and make money. Right here, Chad said, why am I seeing this? Free you from what, moron? You need to keep a constant reminder of me on you at all times. It's disturbing and disappointing. Move on. Stop embarrassing yourself. So Chad here, look, having a go at Otis for wearing this free Otis shirt, which doesn't make any sense. Free Otis from what? It's true. What does this shirt mean? It doesn't mean anything. I agree with Chad. Karrion said, I don't mean to intrude, right? Intrude. I'll start again. I don't mean to intrude. But I really believe there was a chance to reconcile the issues, but that was ruined for you, all by a group of crackheads. The Wyatt Sicks. Do you think it's possible to put the whole family back together again? Question mark. So, Karrion having a word with Chad. Karrion also being a serpent, still getting involved in other people's issues. But I'm not sure how the Wyatt Sicks will respond to being called crackheads. Not sure they'll like that. This was another massive story today. WWE have launched their ID developmental program for independent wrestlers, creating a career path that leads to the biggest wrestling promotion on the planet. Triple H said the level of talent on the independent scene is incredible. They're grinding away to make a dream a reality. I'm excited for WWE to be at the forefront of supporting their journey. So a lot of people, again, not sure what this means. What it means is that there are several wrestling schools that WWE are working with. And that means they're going to provide support, I would imagine financial support, because that's what you're going to want if you're a wrestling school. You're going to want WWE to give you money. But what are they going to get in return for that investment? Well, they're going to get access, and they're going to be able to, I would imagine, be at those schools, have a presence at those schools, visit those schools, take some of the talent out of those schools. Maybe use them on NXT TV, or use them on live events, or, you know, invite them to NXT, invite them to the Performance Center. This is a great way of reaching out to that talent as it's being developed and basically getting them to come to WWE. If you've got a really good talent in any of these schools now, WWE are going to do everything they can to make sure it comes to WWE. I would also imagine that this means that AEW is not allowed access to any of these schools anymore. That's going to be very interesting, if true, in regards to the Nightmare Factory, because that has been feeding AEW. So if WWE are now paying Cody and the Nightmare Factory to be a part of this WWE ID, I've got to think in return they're going to want that to mean that no one else is allowed access to these schools. And then the top talent will flow into NXT, which means that not only have we got the Next in Line program, but we've got people coming out of this as well. It's really interesting. Details haven't been released, so we don't know quite what's in the arrangement, in the agreement, but that's how it kind of plays in my mind. That's what the setup would be. We'll give you money, you allow us access, and you allow us exclusivity. And then that talent will the talent will always get to choose. I mean, if the talent really hates WWE and really hates what they're doing and wants to go to AEW, you're not going to be able to stop them. You can't make people sign with you. But it's unlikely that they will turn WWE down if they're being like, you know, come and train with the NXT talent. Come and check out the PC. Oh, have you met Shawn Michaels? You know, they're going to feel at home. They're going to feel comfortable. That talent will just flow into NXT. So these are some of the schools that they've got set up. I think this is brilliant for NXT. Brilliant. It's gonna mean that, like, already basic trained wrestlers, and maybe even a little more advanced than basic training, are now going to be coming into NXT on a fairly regular basis. Whenever they feel they need someone, they can always grab them. Adam, shout out to you. After Raw went off air, we had Escobar against LA Knight with the US champion talking to Lilian. So he had lots of praise for Lilian. He was like, you did it brilliantly. He actually said, and this, I don't think there was any shade here. He said, dare I say, your intro for me, you do it better than anyone else. And I don't know, I kind of sensed the crowd going, oh, is that a dig at Samantha? He said, but if I can give you some feedback, if you're going to announce me, it needs to be like this. L.A. Knight, yeah. And he got the crowd to join him with it. I don't know that Lilian is going to start doing it that way. I don't know that she's going to start announcing him as L.A. Knight, yeah. Or if she's just going to say L.A. Knight. But it was an interesting little thing. And certainly that bit where he said, dare I say you do it better than anyone else. I don't think it was. I think he was just giving Lilian her flowers. But yeah, we won't watch it. We've got too much stuff to get through. Spartan, shout out to you. WrestleOps from PW Insider. Goldberg is not slated to be in Saudi Arabia this weekend. Wow. So all those rumors about him being involved, seems like he might not be. So we'll have to wait and see if he does make his presence felt. CM Chunk, shout out to you. So this is the super scary Halloween folder. This is Judgment Day. Judgment Day. So look at some of these masks. Really, really fun. So this is Judgment Day, all dressed up. I'm guessing, is this Finn Balor with the demon kind of mask on, which is pretty fun. Would that be Judgment Day? Would that be JD over here? I'm guessing that's Dominik. You can tell by the tattoo on his hand, which that would make that Liv. That would make that Raquel. And that would be Carlito with the apple. If someone was going to have the funny mask, it makes sense. It would be Carlito, wouldn't it? So, very good. Princess Kutab Itch. Thank you. Look at that. Amazing. A mate kiddo decided she wanted to be Nikki Cross for Halloween, said Steph. That's an amazing job. And that mask is incredible. Really good. Really good. Yeah, I should have put a warning. I didn't realize. I don't know if this is new or if this is old. I think it might be old, but I'm sure there's no complaints. This is from Wrestling Goddesses, but it was on the 28th. This is Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green. She is a wrestler, so it is allowed to be in this folder. And Casper as well said this is very, very scary. Maybe one for the super scary folder. I thought so as well. Because this is very intimidating. And spoiler, this is also my Halloween costume this year. So I am going to go trick-or-treating in this, actually. So I thought I would use this as an opportunity to make that announcement. So very excited. I'm expecting lots of extra candy this year. So yeah, very good. So there we go. That is the super scary Halloween folder. It looks like my folder's all just completely broken. I think I've put way too much in and now it just cannot cope. So we've done NXT. We've done the top story. We haven't done Wyatt's, though. Let's go over here, shall we? Look at this. Word of Wrestling said I got an answer from Karrion about his date of birth. Do you remember we pointed out that he was born in 1897? He found it funny, I think, said Word of Wrestling. This was Karrion's response. Right, let's see if we can whoosh it in. So there we go. So I don't know if he noticed or not, but it does say he was born in 1897. So there we go. Word of Wrestling, letting him know, and that was the response. Here we had R-Truth respond to Karrion's clip, you know, where he was in the hotel. We looked at it yesterday. R-Truth responded, good luck with the Wyatts. Y'all gonna die? So that's what he left on Karrion's clip where he was in the hotel with Scarlett. Very good. Look at this from a bit of banter. This is fun. Game over. Very good. Took a while to edit, but it was worth it, said a bit of banter. It's really good. I don't think it was very clear because it was so in the background yesterday. I don't think it was very clear, but there is the Miz getting Miz-napped. So, very good. TJF 1983, shout out to you. These are great. These are really good. Said found these. Look, the Wyatt OG. So, look at these figures. These aren't official, but that looks amazing, doesn't it? And that one. They all look amazing. Really good. And look at the Nikki as well. So good. So good. So I thought people would like those. And then, yeah, this was a talking point. We never really focused on it. We probably should have. Wrestling Burner, pretty much straight after Unseen yesterday, said from Karrion's post, it can't rain all the time. This is from the film The Crow, with a picture of Eric from The Crow. It's a film about vengeance. Karrion is either foreshadowing a bit of revenge, or he likes drawing, and there's nothing more to it. So, The Crow, and a quote from The Crow as well. So very good, Wrestling Burner, very good. So we've done this. Oh, there wasn't much in Liv, or like, she did an interview on Impulsive, but I've just not had a chance to watch it. So I really don't know like what she has spoke about, but the big talking point, the one I've been tagged in loads, is that when she got arrested and her picture was doing the rounds, apparently the officer that took Liv Morgan's mugshot told her that she was going to go viral for having such a good one. And she did. This thing was everywhere. So there we go. She knew that that this mugshot was going to do the rounds. And the officer said it would go viral. So very good. I'll have to see what else is out there, and maybe that'll go in tomorrow's video. Right, I think it's just fun and other now, to be honest. I don't know, we've got loads. Dave, shout out to you. So, what operating system does Marty Jannetty use? Windows 92? Ah, lol. That's great. That's great. Dave, well done. 90s WWE, well done. Oof, she's not happy. Even though she won the title. Granted, they did just get beat up by Zaria. Not happy. Get the hell out of my face! No! We don't want this right now! Will you leave us alone? No! That is literally every experience I've ever had with a female. This is like super familiar for me. This is like a Wrestling Days POV. If you ever wondered, like, what's it like to be Wrestling Days and to go out, go to a club, go to a bar and approach a woman, I wonder what it's like to be Wrestling Days. I think the next 9 seconds give you a real insight. Get the hell out of my face! No way! No! We don't want this right now! Will you leave us alone? No! I don't want to wait for our lives to be over when everything is over. I don't want to wait for our lives to be. Get the hell out of my face! What's this? Tama Tonga just came out of a car growling. Hey! It's all right. I'm over that last clip now. I haven't seen this, and it's probably going to result in this video getting hit, but let's give it a watch.
We asked WWE Superstars to interpret this artwork.
But really, we just wanted Boogeyman to scare them.
That would be like...
Hey, creepy mother.
How are you?
There's a mother carrying a baby. It's just a strange boulder baby, but it's still a baby.
A boulder baby.
What's up?
He wasn't bothered.
I knew it.
Dominik!
Oh, Boogie.
Brother. How's Ray?
He's awful.
Yes. Yes.
I can't do it. Why do you keep doing this to me?
I love you.
I give it a...
God! Jesus! Not again! No! Get away! I thought we were talking about art!
This is great.
Sad. Crying.
I didn't even see him. I only felt it and heard him.
You guys are so mean.
I hate you all.
All right, I'm done.
That is so good. Honestly, that is so good. Oh my god, I need to see the Chelsea moment again. It's quite prolonged, actually, isn't it? she doesn't just go down like, and then a second later, like she kind of goes through it for a good few seconds there. Like there's the fear is definitely prolonged.
Cry.
I love it. So good. Cody against the banana. Yeah, so he calls out the guy in the crowd that's dressed as the banana. And basically he says your punishment for coming dressed as a banana is you now have to go to every wrestling show for the rest of your life dressed as a banana. So there we go. Cody having a bit of fun after Raw. And Dominik said, winner, winner, chicken tendy dinner, reacting, of course, to him getting his victory on Raw. So Spartan, thank you. Yeah, this is the tribal chief. So this is Roman Reigns. And here, look, if we take the music off, he actually says to someone in the crowds, he's like, have you been smoking? I can smell it. And in a minute, he's like, yeah, I can smell it. It's you, innit? It's you. I know it's you. I can see from the eyes. I know it's you. I know it's you. So that's Roman talking to someone in the crowds that's had been having some wacky backy. Right, that's the fun folder. Let's go to other. Look at this. Alex said more tickets in the comments. It's crazy how inflation works. So WrestleMania 2000. Look at this. $100. Right, 24 years ago, $100, row D, seat 11. So what did they say? People will think this is a parking pass in this day and age. Yeah, Bobby Lashley said he wanted Bianca to join the Pride, which I think we all did so. It's Bryn again, thank you. This is mental. This is just legit mental, right? So if we go in and whoosh this over, this is just mental. I'm going to try and read this and let's see if we can understand it. When Gunther was rolling, there was one thing I wanted to do with him, and everyone would have been like, ooh. If we were still the Hurt Business, I was like, I want to roll up on him, and I want Gunther to say, people like you don't deserve a chance at my title. People would have been like, what did he say? We could have towed that line. If you think about the Germans and black dudes, there is a bit of racial tension there. We didn't have to go there. What do you mean by people like you? He could have been like older guys in wrestling. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Him saying people like you, right? And Bobby going, what do you mean by that? And then Gunther going, older guys. I'm okay with that bit, right? I mean, like each their own. Some of you might not like that. It's a bit of a swerve, right? So I don't mind that bit. This is where it starts getting strange, right? The crowd would have been like, oh, did he say that? Then I was going to say, I think you look familiar, and do one of those holds his thumb to his top lip, indicating a moustache. There it is. Like a Hitler moustache. I don't know if we could have gone there. I can answer this, by the way. No. But if we could, there are so many things that you could do to toe that line. I gotta be honest, I don't think it's a line that needs towing. I don't even think the top bit needs doing, right? I don't think that needs doing. But I think you could have done it, and I think there would have been backlash to it. But I think because it was not what people thought it was, and Gunther was referring to age rather than race, I think you could have got away with that bit. I don't think you can get away at all with what he's proposing here by putting it. I can't even understand how he thinks that's possible. This is just insane, right? These are some of the ideas that Triple H must have to listen to. These are some of the creative ideas that Triple H must be like, yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'll consider it, yeah. So, there we go. I saw loads of people going, this is madness. This is madness. What he's just said there is madness. So, there we go. Make of that what you will. Then Bobby Lashley revealed that some wrestlers were trying to get Omos fired due to concerns about his in-ring performance. He said it's stupid how WWE don't use him, so apparently he hurt a few people, and they were kicking off backstage loud, making it known in front of higher-ups that they were not happy, kind of putting a bit of pressure maybe on getting him to lose his job. I don't know. That's certainly what Bobby was implying. And then this Conor McGregor has told Cody he'll see him soon after the Undisputed Champion told the schmo that he loved the UFC stars to dip his toe at some point. So Cody said he would love to see Conor in WWE at some point, and they drunk some proper 12. Conor responded, "I'll see you soon." So I don't know. I don't know if people are excited by that. I think he's probably just getting his name mentioned. But could you imagine Conor coming into WWE? Conor is still a massive star. UFC are desperate to get him in a fight. And I'm not sure what's happening with that whole situation. He was meant to fight this year and he didn't. So I don't know what's happening there. But could you imagine him coming into WWE? Ooh. Right, I think that's everything. Let's get into thanks, shall we? So, Brainbuster said, if one of my posts makes it into Unseen, that would be very cool. That's this guy right here. Yeah. So, Brainbuster, shout out to you. Ashma, shout out to you, my friend. Wrestle Night, thank you. Larry Flowers, and this woman as well. I hope you had a better evening. Isamar, thank you, my friends. Toby, do you remember that joke? Oh, God, I'm so funny. Jay Villa, thank you. Wrestling's biggest fan, thank you. Thomas Scott, thank you. Casper, thank you. Larry Flowers, thank you. Ashma, thank you. Shakeem, thank you. All of you, thank you. And we will be back later on with another Unseen for you. Of course, we will be back on Friday with SmackDown, but it's at an earlier time because it's on earlier here in the UK. So if you're not able to join us for that, I will see you on Saturday for Crown Jewel. We will be live and we'll be starting early, a few hours early. I'm going to go off and set that stream up, actually. So thanks for the support. Appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.